So different type of cables are there. Coaxial cable, UTP, STP cables, and fiber optical cables also. And there is some terminologies also required to know here. The first one is electromagnetic interference, EMI. What is an EMI? Guys, you are getting a mobile signal. How we are getting? Because of electromagnetic interference only. Okay, electrical and magnetical based signals it is. Electromagnetic. Okay, so it is interface. This electrical and magnetic signals will passes through any metals. Okay, so that is what crosstalk. For example, you are sending a signal through a wire. Okay, so it is mixed with other signal. So then it's become a mix of signal. Now it is the disturbance will create. Okay, so two informations difficult to separate it. So that is called a crosstalk. Attenuation. Attenuation. It is a one of the what is it? Transmission lines property. Meaning is you are transferring a signal through a wire or a conductor. At a certain distance, the signal become weak. Okay, so we have a power generators, power stations are there, no power generation stations. Again, substations are there. So what they will do? So again, it will stabilize the signal. Okay, and regulate the signal as per the distribution purpose. Baseband, broadband, these are the other words, guys. Baseband is basically like I'm speaking, that is 20 to 20 kilohertz frequency. That is a baseband. But I want to transmit this my voice to longer distances. I have to transmit through broadbands only. Like we adding with a carrier, so we can transmit. Like you are getting a broadband connection, 50 Mbps internet speed. Your data may be less than that one. Okay, the data accessing is less than that actual data. Different technologies, different standards are there, but important in this cables, very important is, so first three are electromagnetic interference, attenuation, and crosstalk. So first of all, what are the different cables? Coaxial cable, coaxial cable. Next one is twisted pair cable. Twisted pair. In that one, unshielded twisted pair and shielded twisted pair cables are there. Next one is fiber optical cable. Fiber optical cables. So these are mainly three type of cables we use in the networking. Of course, for this coaxial cable, we are not currently using. So how it is look like? You can see here it is. This is a main conductor wire. So the main copper center wire is there, no? That is a main conductor. We are passing the signal through this conductor only. It is surrounded with a plastic material. So what is the use of this one? Just for protection purpose. Again, it is sealed with this copper mesh cable and outer jacket again plastic for this total overall protection purpose. Here, why we are using this copper mesh? So we are having already cable, which is actually we are sending a signal through it. Why we are required this copper mesh? I said no, electromagnetic interference. Whenever this electromagnetic waves touches this cable, this copper mesh absorb that cable. It does not passes this electromagnetic signal to this main conductor. So no disturbance, no distortions, no crosstalk will occur. and there is a different type of connectors are there. Earlier days we are using these cables for a cable TV connection purpose. Okay, basically we know it is for a cable TV purpose. So now we are having a dish TVs, even though dish TVs, from dish antenna to your setup box, there is a cable that is a coaxial cable only. In certain countries like US based countries, they are having both TV channels and as well as internet connectivity over the same cable. So they use a coaxial cable for a network communication. But India a little bit late now, so we don't use the coaxial cable for a network communication purpose. Of course, a lot of people think India is not advanced in that manner. No, no, no. So we only finalize what is the best product, we use it. We will separate everything in separate manner. Every signal is separate. Every channel is separately we use it. We don't mix it. Okay. That's why India everything is little safe. Okay. Next type of cable is twisted pair cable. Twisted pair cable. What is this twisted pair cable? Here, pair of the cables are twisted each other. I'll show you that here. I'm typing. Why it is not typing here? What happened to my keyboard? Can you type here? Oh, this is now got a column. Okay. Guys, are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then why suddenly my keyboard is stop working? I don't know. This is a new column. Usually my entire system will crash, but only keyboard column is occur. So we'll see. Guys, these are the wires. Okay, pair of wires are twist each other. Why twist is there? To reduce the attenuation. It cancels the attenuation properties. More number of twist increases, so less attenuation. It means more speed of data transmission increases. Okay. UTP means first one, that is a UTP, unshielded twisted pair cable. The second one is a twisted pair cable, unshielded twisted pair cable. Means there is a shielding. One second.
Mobile phones and electronics. Get 2000 rupees cashback plus no cost EMI.
Okay. What is this shielding for? Again, electromagnetic interference. Crosstalks. Okay, electromagnetic interference. Okay, EMI causes crosstalk. To protect your signals from crosstalk, we use this shielding. In generally, people will go for a cheaper than most of the cables. We are using our UTP cables only. In LAN communication, guys, we are all using UTP cables only. Okay. In some organizations, in their internally, they use this STP cables. Okay. For two purposes, mainly STP, shielded twisted pair cable. Shield means it is a copper mesh surrounding to these wires. It protect your main signals from electromagnetic interference and crosstalk. Okay, that is part. Next, second point is it gives strength to the cable. Means is a strength copper mesh kind of shielding is there. It means it will give strength in the form of physical strength only. Okay, physical strength. So sometimes maybe you've seen in the colleges also, there is a cables always crush under the chairs, tables, right? Sometimes in an organization, they draw the cables over the false ceiling. Okay. So what happened? Any rats attacks. Okay. So it is hard. It is difficult to attack and it may be difficult to crush. So internal cables won't damage. There is two purpose. Main purpose is electromagnetic interference only. So generally, I am talking in generally these twisted pair cables are 8 wires. Because of pair we use, pair means 2, 4 pair cable or 8 wire cable it is. Generally we call it as 4 pair cable. In this 8 wires, 4 wires are colored with blue, orange, green, brown colors are there. And the remaining 4 are a pair for in the pair of these color cables we have a white blue for blue cable, white blue, orange, white orange, green, white green, brown, white brown. Okay, so these are the twisted pair cables.
Sir, we use these
Yeah, tell
cables
me.
for communication, right?
Yeah, we use it for a network communication.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, very good. Very good. Okay, so these actually our UTP STP cables used for our general LAN communications. Okay, network communication purpose. Of course, the people used this coaxial cables, but now we are using this Ethernet type of connectivity. Okay, we are using Ethernet type of connectivity, star topologies, and then these cables are more better way of data transmission because of um, out of 8 wires, there is a 4 wires are very important for a data transmission, separate data transmission. Full duplex communication we can get it through UTP cable. That is a one of the reason. Why UTP? So one of the reason full duplex communication because of 2 wires are mainly for 2 wires for a transmission plus to transmission minus. Another 2 wires we use for a receiving purpose. Means you transmit a data through this first 2 wires and then we receive a data from another 2 wires. Okay, we are not transmitting and receiving in a same wire is not there, right? In coaxial cable we transmit a data and we receive a data through one single wire only. So it is like a off duplex communication only. Means only transmission good, only receiving is good, but transmit and receive through only single wire, it is not at all good. So a lot of packet collisions will occur and mostly it is off duplex mode communication. But twisted pair cables, we have 8 wires, 2 wires for a transmission, 2 wires for a receiving purpose. Okay, so it is a full duplex communication, we can do it. In these twisted pair cables, we have a categories, cat 1, cat 2, cat 3, cat 4, cat 5, cat 6 cables are there. I know up to cat 6. Okay, so this category 1 cables are a very low level data transmission speed. So your old telephone cables are there now. So if you see any telephone, the backside you can see there is a small cable connector is there now. So that is also a twisted pair cable only, but it is contains only 4 wires. That is called a 2 pair cable. It is okay. We use it for a telephone communication plus data communication also. We can do it. Nowadays we have a fiber optical channels for connectivity. So mostly these telephone cables are very less in our city areas. From category 2 onwards, it is a 4 pair cables. Category 2 is give up to 4 Mbps speed. Category 3 is a 10 Mbps speed. Okay, but 100 meters distance only we can able to communicate with a single wire. Okay. Cat4 is a 16 Mbps, Cat5 is 100 Mbps, Cat5e, there is a small correction is there, but I have taken this from Google chart, but we have to refer certain test book like a Cisco authorized test books or a CompSHA N plus test books, then only we will get the correct numbers here. Cat5e is generally 500 to 600 Mbps. Cat6 is 1 Gbps. After Cat6, there is some other categories also released, but still it is not publicly, we are not using at present. Because our switches are 100 Mbps switches only. Still we are using 100 Mbps switches, 1 Gbps switches only. We are not using 10 Gbps switches. So even if you have a 10 Gbps, what wire is there, we are not transmitting, we cannot transmit that much of speed of data. Okay, so different categories. If you are unable to remember, no problem. We are using Cat6 cable, 1 Gbps speed, Cat6 cable. Okay, now currently we are using Cat6 or Cat5e we are using. Okay, next. In this same cable kind of stuff, okay. So to connect these cables with this RJ45 connectors, have you seen these plugs? We put these wires into this plug and we have to crush it, so then it is become a standard plug kind of stuff. To do that one, we use instrument like a crimping tool. Okay, this is connector, these are the cables. And we have, once you are created a cable, we have to test it. So once you're done with the cable, you have to test it. For that one, we use these testing tools. Okay, you have to connect both end of the cables to here and here. Then if you switch on, and then automatically the LED blinking will tell you, so is cable is done properly or not. Okay, the total cable is look like this one, guys. This is the cable. So see, this cable one end is having a RJ45 plug, another end is also having RJ45 plug. It is. This cable we call it as a LAN cable or a patch cable. Once you join in your organization, or like once you go somewhere and you ask, give me that patch cable. Don't look at what is it meaning. Okay, patch cable means your LAN cable. This is the cable called a patch cables. And we are all using this kind of cables only for our LAN communication. Okay, so in these cables only, different type of connectivity is there, depends upon the requirement. Straight through cables, crossover cables, rollover cables are there. Okay, just for example, you have a computer and another computer. Two computers are there. You want to connect one computer to another computer directly, or one computer to laptop, direct wire. Then we should use crossover cable. Crossover cable. Okay. So if in case you have a computer or a laptop, you are connecting to a switch, then it is straight through cable we use it. Yeah, of course there is cable structure is there. We are not going that much depth anyway. Okay, but just these are the names. Rollover cable, generally if you have a router like a Cisco routers, Cisco switches, management routers, the management switches are there. You have to configure those routers and switches by connecting to your system or a laptop. We use a rollover cable to connect from your system to router or a switch console connection. So that is called a console cable. Rollover cable is a console cable. Rollover cable we don't use for a regular network communication. We are not using. We use it for a configuration purpose only. Last point, if you don't get it, also no problem, guys. Just it is there. I will tell you. Okay. My keyboard. Guys, understand UTP, STP cables. Hmm? Can I go for quiet? Sir, not such a thing. Or your 11th sir class, your 11th sir class. Okay. So I am going to fiber channel now. Okay, what is this? Fiber optical cables, OFC cables, optical fiber cables, or a fiber cables, or a fiber optical cables. Any word you can use it. If you see in a roadside also in our institute, in front of our institute itself, in our 70s office, okay, there is a Tata OFC underground cables are there. Reliance underground cables, BSNL underground cables are there. Na? So these are all fiber optical cables only. These fiber optical cables are made up of glass material, mainly glass material. Can you see this is the glass material? Okay. So we don't use any metals for data transmission purpose. Of course, you can ask, sir, okay, still people are giving their names. No problem. Okay. So, sir, I have seen an optical fiber cable, very big cable at my home, at outside of my home roadside. There is a metal shielding is there. That is for a shielding purpose, guys, not for a communication. So main communication, we use only glass material only. We don't use metal. No metal means no electromagnetic interference. No electromagnetic interference means no crosstalk. Okay, and attenuation is very less. So less attenuation in general less attenuation or no attenuation means very high speed data transmission. We can do it. Okay, so in electrical wires means you are having a copper wires. The signal is electrical signal. In UTP, it works on tire. It is work like a tire, you know, there is a mesh for protection, strengthening the cable, not for attack like earthquakes or any, you know, people do in a government will put a road. If you see in a villages or small towns, government will make a one road and people will come and dig the road, put some their tents, some function kind of stuff. They'll try to spoil the road.
I'm saying that it works on the principle of total internal reflection.
Yeah, right. Okay. So we passes in a coaxial cable, UTP, STP cables. These are all electrical signals only. But here it is light wave signals. Of course, can I open this one? Mouse is working still now. This is a main core cable which passes the signals like this. Okay. And if you want to further send, also there is a like they will send it. Okay, but here point is there is a core and there is a cladding. Even there is a point like this, it will reflect like this. Okay, the coaxial cable. Coaxial cable, sorry, fiber optical cables are made up of glass. Okay, the signal is light wave signal. Okay, it is very high speed data transmission purpose, very long distance communication purpose also we are using this one. Okay, in general it is cheaper as well as a costly. So why cheaper, why costly? Total equipment I will see. We don't use for a regular LAN communications. Okay, regular LAN communication. Now I'm connected to normal UTP cable. I didn't use any fiber optic cable here. Okay, so even if when I try to purchase one UTP cable, so I went to a shop and I want to inquiry. So one guys came up and give me one very good idea that is called. So why you want to buy this UTP cables? Okay, so better to buy fiber optic cable. It is a cheaper. Of course, the glass is made up of sand only. Okay, limestones. Okay, so it is a cheaper material, but there is a problem. The cable is cheaper, but we don't know the connectors, and we have to test it. The testing equipment is very costly. Okay, so once you create a cable, once you have a cable, you have to test it properly, then costly. And another one is you need this kind of equipment. Like you have a machine, you need a NIC which connects fiber optical cables. Normally, our built-in NICs are Ethernets. Those are a copper cable, UTP purpose. Again, you have to buy these kind of NICs that is called a host bus adapters. Then to connect our fiber optical cables. You have a fiber optical cable connection, then your switch and routers must have a fiber optical connectors. You want to create a LAN, then your switch must be fiber optical connection. You need a system with a fiber optical connection also. And different type of connectivity, again you have to having that knowledge. So what type of connectors it is, what is the cable signal correctly it is inserted or not inserted and it is there. Of course, nowadays we are using for a regular broadband connections also fiber optical cables up to your home, from ISP to your home fiber optical connection. But from home, okay, from home, from your Geo router or Airtel router, okay, we are accessing internet through Wi-Fi or a regular LAN cables only. And very important guys, we are all getting internet. Okay, our ISP is also getting internet from outside connectivity. That is also fiber optical cables only. We are not using satellites for internet communication. Okay, there is a
Sir,
internet. Yeah, tell me.
Between single mode and multi-mode optical fiber, which one is more useful?
Yes, single core and multi-core multi-mode is there. Different things like generally we use single core for data transmission purpose. Okay, that is different. Again, we don't go to that much depth. Okay, the point is. Okay, multi-mode means multiple type of signals we are sending. Yes, guys. I said we don't use for a LAN regular communication. Okay, but we are using for a very long distance communication as well as a local communication also. Not very long distance communication also we are using. For example, servers, storage devices, SAN, storage area network is there, no SAN. The SAN means it's a storage solution, enterprise storage. We are using these cables to connect to transmit heavy data transmission. For example, take a Google server. How many people are using Google servers, direct websites, or YouTube data, right? Per second, lot of people are using YouTube data. How many uploads, how many downloads, how many people are streaming. So data will be stored in a very big storage container, right? So that is, they use a SAN kind of storages. And also from disk to network transmission is there, disk to server transmission of data. It is, they use a fiber optical cables to connect your storage bay to your server. Okay, server to your network, they use the fiber optical cables. Okay, next one is LAN, main core LAN communication. So you take ISP, they use a router switches in a core level, so that is required a very high speed data transmission. In that places they use this fiber optical cables. So last point in the fiber optical cable is, again, we don't use satellites. Generally, we don't use satellites for our internet. Lot of people think we are getting internet through satellite. No, guys, still we are using fiber optical cables to access internet. So these fiber optical cables are on the ocean. So directly you can type in the Google, because my keyboard is not working. Okay, I cannot type on anything. Okay, history also not showing recent history. You can go to this website to know how the entire world is connected, and also fiber optical channel, fiber cables over the ocean. Okay, submarine cables, submarine fiber optical cables are under ocean. How fiber optical cables, you search in Google, you'll get lot of photos. These cables are go through mainly under oceans. Okay, of course they will connect to our land. That is again next part, but main connection continent to continent, country to country there. So those who are not connected ocean, so they will get it from other countries. Okay, so India is a lucky. See, is in the ocean. So we have so many entry points to get connected to network. Chennai, Mumbai, I think Gujarat is also there. So in a downtime, down it is also in a Sri Lankan connections for this lecture, the Andaman Nicobar kind of connection. Okay, that is the point. Reliance, they are having their own fiber optical. So it is almost like a 20 to 20 years before only they got this fiber channel license. So they put all entire country fiber optical cables, and for different countries also they have a cables. So these are the things about your cables, guys. Coaxial cable, UTP, STP cable, fiber optical cables. Coaxial cables, anyway, we are not using in our regular internet communication. Okay, second one is we are using for our LAN communication mainly our UTP, STP cables. Unshielded twisted pair cable, shielded twisted pair cables. Voice is breaking frequently. I don't know. So we'll okay. We use RJ45. RJ45 plugs, connectors, ports to connect the cables. RJ means registered jack. RJ means registered jack. Plus, I will give one small point here. Lot of people don't do this one, but you should do it. So, by as a learner, for example, I said RJ45. I didn't told what is RJ registered jack. Okay. So, at class completed, if you got a doubt, you can ask. That is, you will if you say, sir, what is RJ means, I will tell. Okay, that is a good thing. If in case you didn't tell, maybe you feel shy or something like maybe I didn't able to elaborate immediately, or maybe I didn't see the question. Okay, I skipped that one. No problem, guys. Search it. Find out what is RJ45. What is the meaning of RJ? What is meaning of 445? What is meaning of RJ11? What are those kind of standards? So that is what we are saying, it is learning. Okay. Second one is practicing. So I am telling second time about UTP STP, because if you learn second time it is better for me and you, and of course try to practice like that, sentences practice. So the practice make you to give more better, like if I show the screen and explain, it is very easy. If I show some different screen or a plain screen, it is again you have to imagine. Okay. So while you are practicing in your brain, imagine and speak. If you practice, you can tell an answer very easily, confidently. If you teach to someone, that is very, very easily. If you teach to someone, okay, even they don't have interest, no problem. So if you teach to someone, it is very easily. Okay, these are the points I am telling. Okay, so UTP, unshielded twisted pair cable or shielded twisted pair cable used for regular LAN communication. These cables are having 8 wires. We call it as a 4-pair cable. We connect these cables with a RJ45 plugs. Okay, so our computers having a LAN ports, right? LAN port, Ethernet port, RJ45 sockets. This is called a RJ45 sockets. Next type of communication is fiber channel communication we are using. We can use for both LAN WAN communications also we are using, but mostly we don't use for our regular LAN communications. Fiber optic channels are very high speed data transmission, very long distance communication is suitable. Okay, not for a regular LAN communication, because the equipment and the cable equipment testing, the training required for a cable management also. Okay, different sets are there. So next one is, of course, we are all getting main internet, core internet through fiber channels only. And these fiber optical cables also used in the enterprise level, like a SAN storages, server connectivity, core routers connectivity also they are using for where we require a very high speed data transmission. What is our regular daily data transmission per second? Guys, per second, how much data you are transmitting, either downloading or uploading? Usually very less, right? Usually very less. So, but for a server or a core router kind of stuff, data transmission speed is required very high. That's why they use fiber channels. I hope you got the point. Guys, understand cables?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Next one, yeah. Next one, I will tell about topologies, then we'll take a break, then we'll see the devices. Okay. What is physical topology? What is physical topology? The way of devices connected physically. You have a desktop or you have a 5 desktops are there. How you are connecting? Are you connecting one desktop to another desktop, another desktop to another desktop like that? One computer to another computer you are connecting? Or you use one centralized device like a switch or hub? You are all connecting those devices to the switch or hub. Okay. Okay. Or you take a backbone wire and you are connecting through that one. So that is the way of connecting. So you connect it to our more devices called just a connection to our more devices called a network, right? So you form a network. So we follow a physical topologies. Next one is logical topologies. What is this logical topology? You have a network to communicate between one device to another device. We need a IP address. Okay, so we need a IP address. So if there are in a logically same network, so they can communicate each other, right? So that is called a logical topologies. But here we are discussing about a physical topologies. Topology is a physical layout of system connected in the network. Different type of topologies are there. Different type of physical topologies are there. So bus topology, ring topology, mesh topology, star topology, okay, hybrid topology. These are the main topologies. Additionally, is point to point topology, point to multi-point topology, and some other topologies. Some people are also asked me a tree topology kind of stuff. So this is a picture of these topologies. Okay, but I will draw for you. Any which ways in PPT everything is there. My keyboard is suddenly stop working. At a time of break, I'm going to guys. This is the backbone wire, just like our old days. Our old days cable TV network is there. So they draw a cable over the houses. If anybody want a internet, sorry, anybody want a cable connection, okay, TV connection, they will connect it to this main cable only. Same formula. There is a backbone wire. These devices we are connecting to this backbone wire. So this is called a bus topology. Topology is bus topology. You have a devices. These devices will communicate through this cable only. Okay, they will communicate through cable only. It is very easy to configure, very less cost, but difficult to troubleshoot. Again, difficult to troubleshoot. Of course, it is scalable as long as the backbone wire is available. We can connect multiple devices to it. And of course, this is a kind of half duplex type only. But there is a problem. If in case this backbone wire is some suddenly stop happen, some cutting is happen, further communication is become no further communications. Okay, means A cannot able to send a packet to DPC. Okay, so that is a main problem. If C is down, no problem. Remaining is communication is there, but wire is broken, the communication will stop. The backbone is broken or damaged at certain point, so we cannot able to communicate. Understand, guys? Bus topology. Okay, no problem, no problem. Okay, so here it is. There is a PC, A PC, B PC, C PC, D E PC. Okay, so A is connected to B, B is connected to C, C is connected to D, D to E, E to A again. Means every device is connecting to next device, and next device is connected to another device. A device is connected to next device is connected to another device is connected to another one. Finally, last one is connected to A. It is like a closed loop type. Array, it forms a ring. For example, you want A to D communication. A to D communication. A want to send a packet to D. A will send a packet to B, then B will send a packet to C, C will send a packet to D. Okay. Now D received a packet, then it want to send to A. You want to reply to A. So D to E, E to A. Okay. It's like a loop. See, it is a one to first the day one in a month to 30. So 30 days. 30 to 1, maybe 31, 31, 31 and 1 are directly 1. Okay. So 1 to 31, 31 days. But 31 to 1 day, it is how many days? Very less, right? It is look like that one only. Okay. This kind of network we call it as, any guesses? Till yesterday you guys are active, right? What happened today? Ring topology. Very good. Ring topology.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, very good. What is the problem with ring topology? Also we'll see. I forget to explain that one. So what is the problem with ring topology? If one of the device is down, further communication, A cannot communicate it to C, D, E. Okay? Or wire is broken, no further communication. A can communicate A, B, C, but not D and E. C, D won't communicate. D, E communicate. E, A communicate. Okay? So this is one problem. Another problem is also there. I want to scale it. It works based on algorithm. So you have to tell to A, you have to send a packet to B, and then B will send a packet to C. Like you have to write an algorithm here. For example, I got a new PC. Again, what I have to do? I have to remove this connection. I have to connect like this, and you have to configure all the devices and tell how to communicate each other. It's difficult to scale and difficult to troubleshoot. Any device or a wire is broken or down, so further communication is difficult. There is a solution called a double ring topology. Still, they are having a complexities there. So I think everybody will tell this answer. Now tell me which topology it is.
Start topology.
Very good. You see, people knows, but they don't wrong answer. That's why I will ask for every batch. Any other guesses? Very good. This is called a mesh topology. Okay. Even in myself, in my engineering, my lecturer is a very intelligent lecturer. There are PhD candidates now, M.Tech PhD candidates. We are a polytechnic candidates. Okay, then we join in engineering. So whatever it is, they told this is a star topology because it is there is a star symbol is there. But this is not star topology. It is a mesh topology. Yeah, tell me.
Sir, it may sound very silly, but it's not very much relevant. But this question arises in my mind. So can I ask it?
Yeah, tell me, no problem.
Sir, what is the meaning of doing all this connectivity like mesh and other activity? Because all this connection it sounds very like messy one. But in the era of internet, we can connect through any computer via Wi-Fi, like via internet without the use of any wire or something like that. So what is the use of all this doing thing?
A very good question. Yeah, it is not silly. That is a very, very good question. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So,
Thank you.
very good. Okay. Yeah. Actually, I don't go with the bus and ring, but I will tell about mesh topology. When you want anyway, I'm going to tell that only. But I will tell, this will give both answer and as well as a configuration. Okay. This mesh topology, if you look at guys, each device is connected to all other devices. Here it is, A is connected to B, but here is A is connected to B, C, D, E. Okay, for example, if this is wire is broken, remaining communication is going on, right? No problem. For example, D is down. A, E, C, B, all are communicating each other. Okay, so here one wire is down, further communication is down, or one device is down, further communication is down. But here it is, all remaining is communicating each other. Sorry, my keyboard won't work now. Okay, this is called a redundancy. This is called a redundancy. Okay, so where we use this redundancy, that is the very good question actually. Why we need this one? I have a 5 servers are there. I have a 5 servers are there. If one server is down, the server, whatever the server is providing a service, it is also down. Right? One server is down. Whatever, like it is a web server, it is down. I can't able to access a website. Now what I have done, I have a 5 web servers, all are same configuration and all are connected in a mesh topology. So one server is down, no problem. Other server, one way or other way, you will get a service. Okay. So for a core router configuration, ISP managing core routers, big routers, core routers it is. So one router is cable is disconnected or maybe router is down. So we'll route through another way. Okay. So that is called this redundancy. So mesh topology, highly redundant, reliable network it is. But it is complex. That is also your point. That is good. It is a complex network. Okay. It is a complex circuit it is. Difficult to manage, difficult to troubleshoot. But where we need a redundancy, we should use mesh topology. And SAN, okay, storage area network. In that one also we use mesh topology. In SAN network also we use mesh topology because of if one storage bay is down or maybe a optical fiber switch is down, no problem, we'll send packet through another switch. Okay, so one way is down, you will have another way to reach the destination. Okay, so that's why it is important, that is redundancy in the mesh topology. Next one I will tell again. So what is the importance also I will tell. Your star topology is like this. This is a devices. the devices are connected. We are all discussing in a wide manner. So, okay, so that's why it is the wiring is there. So wireless manner also we'll see that. In devices, will tell time. I will tell about a wireless connectivity. So this is a centralized device. All the PCs are connected to centralized device. All PCs are connected to this centralized device. Okay. So this centralized device name is can be hub. This is a hub type of device or a switch kind of device. Okay. Hub and switches both are networking devices, but switch is more powerful, more intelligent, understand MAC addresses, more number of devices we can connect it. Hub is a very small networks we can able to connect. For example, I have a 4 computers are there. I can use hub because it is cheaper. Okay. I have a 10 computers or 20 computers are there. Better to use switch. So that's so except the difference remaining is same. It is a centralized device. Okay. And we have a APC, BPC, CPC. Different computers are there. Just for name understanding, I'm telling computer and all. We have to use the device name only. But you have a computer. If A want to communicate it to B, A to B communication. A send a packet to this central device, means hub or a switch. This will forward to this and B received a packet. We'll see downs kind of stuff, faults. It is also very simple to configure, but little costly because of in bus topology, ring topology, mesh topology, we don't use any additional devices. We use only cables and NICs. But here we have to use a additional device called a hub or a switch. Okay. If in case the CPC is down, remaining is communicating each other. No problem. Right? C is down, but A, B, D, E, F is communicating each other. In case this cable is disconnected, F2 central device like a hub or a switch connection is disconnected. Cable down, cable is not working. No problem. A, B, C, D will communicate each other. F is not only not communicate. Unlike others, if something is happened, the further communication complexities are not there here. And if in case, okay, if in case my main central device is down, this hub or switch is not working, entire communication is down. Okay, entire communication is down.
Sir,
Yeah.
so in like the ring topology and the mesh topology, so there must be some hub or like a switch or router.
This is switch only because switch
So
is LAN communication. This is switch only. Router we don't use for a basic main router is a connect for connecting outside of our network purpose only. Not a star topology, not a mesh topology. It is a kind of a point to point topology type only. Okay. But some routers having a built-in hub kind of stuff, switch kind of stuff. So you can form a basic star topology. But here in a star topology, general LAN communication, I'm telling hub or a switch we are using. So first of all, advantages are easy to configure, easy to
So
troubleshoot. So tell me.
sir, I have one more question. Sir, while I was searching for difference between hub and switch, I get to know that hub is a physical layer device and switch is a data link layer device. What is difference between these two?
Um, Actually, physical layer, data link layer means data link layer dealing with the MAC addresses. Switch understand PC MAC address and maps the
Okay.
PC MAC address to switch port, that is, and create a MAC address table. Hub don't understand any MAC address or IP address, nothing. It is a half duplex type of communication. It will receive a packet and send a packet. Very simple. Okay.
Okay, sir.
It does not know who is the source, who is the destination also, it does not know. But switch can understand MAC addresses.
So what is the meaning of understanding MAC addresses?
Um,
So what is the use of it like?
Actually, I will tell in a switch time. Okay.
Okay,
But
sir.
generally, when you are communicating, you are sending a packet means your packet contains your source IP address, means your PC IP address, and destination PC IP address, your source MAC address, and destination MAC address
Okay, sir.
in the
Okay, sir.
packet.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Sir, what is the difference between a modem and a router?
Router is a inter-networking device. Like you have a different networks, you want to make a communicate between these networks, we use a router. Okay, within a LAN or a CAN or MAN kind of stuff or WAN kind of stuff. In generally, like you are in your own LAN, your home is your LAN. But when you are communicating to outside of your network, you need a router to route between your inside network to outside network. That is router. But to connect internet, we need a modem. To connect internet, what we need? We need a modem.
Sir, so
Modulate
can
and demodulate.
sir, so can we say that the Wi-Fi which we have at home uh, comprises of both the modem and the router?
Very good, right. Your Wi-Fi router, what we are using currently in our homes is, it is a combination of router, your modem, wireless access point, and the basic switch or a hub kind of stuff built in inside. That's why we can connect with a cable. You have a desktop, you want to connect with the cable, you can connect backside that 4 points are there, no? LAN 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes, sir.
So that is switch part. You can able to access, you can able to connect with the wireless. That is a wireless access point inside. It route between your local network, your private network to outside of the network. It is a router, and we are connecting through internet. That's a WAN port is there now in
Yes, sir.
backside of your router. WAN,
Yes.
WAN, WAN. That is for internet connectivity.
All right, sir.
Very good. Okay. Yeah. Let me finish this star topology. Okay. Star. Yeah. What is the advantage? Easy to configure. We are all using star topology. We are not generally in our communication in our home or offices. In general, we are using star topology. We are not using bus, ring, mesh, or any other topologies. Okay. And the third one is easy to troubleshoot, easy to configure. Generally, we are using star topologies and easy to troubleshoot. How easy to troubleshoot, guys? In a hub or a switch, these devices having a LED lights, LED connecting lights are there. By looking at, you will understand which one is disconnected. Is a hub or a switch is down, or a cable is down, or a PC is down kind of stuff. We can estimate where is the problem occur. Okay. So once you see, then based on that, we will do troubleshooting. Okay. That is what we can, I'm trying to say. Easy to troubleshoot. Not a reliable one. Okay. Not like a mesh. Compared to mesh, star is not reliable. Why? Because of one way or other way is not there. In mesh topology, if this way is not there, other way they will communicate. Once PC is down, maybe may not be we are able to communicate with that PC, but remaining communication is there, right? Okay, one wire is down, other way other PCs will communicate to that device. Okay, only one to one other one side down, but other side it is working. But it is not like it is. Compared to mesh, it is not a reliable one. But there is a lot of advantages are there, guys. If in case you want to add one more device to your mesh topology, it is very complex. Mesh is itself a complex configuration, but you want to scale up your network size. Scale up means adding more devices or increasing your infrastructure size. That is a scale up. Scaling is very difficult because it's a very complex network. It is. You have to go to each and every device, shut down and connect an NIC and adding. Like you have 100 devices, then lot of cables, like 100 cables required, 99 cables required at least. 100 computers, 99 cables and 99 NICs are required. Okay, that much is the size is increases. That's why it is limited to only certain areas like a server, this storages, core networking areas only we use mesh topology. In regular LAN communications, we use star topology. And the yes, what is the point here? It is star topology easy to scale. Mesh topology very complex to scale. Star topology is very easy to scale. Guys, I have a more number of devices are there, and my hub or a switch having a limited port numbers. For example, I take a switch for a large network. I have a limited port numbers like a 8 port, 16 port, 24 port, 48 port switches are there. But I have a large number of computers, so it is very difficult to connect all the devices to same switch. But there is a possibility if you connect this switch to this switch with wire, you're connecting this switch to this switch, then this totally become one single segment. Okay, earlier this is a different network, now this is a different network, but you are connecting this network together, it become single network, single segment it is. Okay, so this is what is a star topology. This type of connection, like you are connecting like this, is called a extended star. Extended star means star topology can able to extend as many as devices we can connect in the star topology and create a large network, large single network we can able to create it by connecting these devices. Okay, so easy to configure, easy to troubleshoot. We are all using the star topologies in our network, in our LAN communication. We can extend our star topology, we can scale the star topology by, we can able to connect. Of course, we can able to connect multiple devices to it. So these are the main basic, topologies. Of course, some people are asking, so we want more topologies. So then we are adding, guys. This is a point-to-point topology. Means you connect a device to device like this, C to B, B to A to B. Okay, or a switch to A, switch to B. These are all comes under point-to-point only. Okay, automatically every topology itself a broadband hybrid only, but really hybrid means combination of two topologies. For example, mesh and star combined, it is called a mesh and star combined, means we use a centralized device as well as each device is connected to each other. So that is a hybrid topology, original hybrid topology. You know, in a WAN communication, we connect a router to another router like this. This is also point-to-point topology. One router is connected to another router. For example, this router is connected to a multiple routers, or this switch is connected to multiple PCs. That is called a point to multi-point. So this is point to multi-point connection. This is point to point connection. Okay, so of course PPP protocol. Okay, point to point, one device is connected to another device directly, that is point to point. But a device is connected to multiple devices, that is point to multiple point connection. And what is a hybrid? Combination of two topologies. So these are the topologies, guys. Plus some people asked me a tree topology, then I draw like this. This is the main core router, and under that one there is a sub routers there, and then it is splitted like this. This is also called a tree, but this is a good diagram. This is a good diagram. It is. You can see there is a backbone wire, and different topologies are connected to this backbone wire. Nowadays we are using optical fiber internet connection. From ISP, a cable is distributed. From that cable, it is a main backbone wire cable they will give. Fiber optical main backbone wire is there. And different networks are there, no? They connect a wire from there to some house connection purpose. Geo fiber connection is there. So in my street, there is a 5-6 members are taken. It means only one backbone wire. From that wire only, it is connected to different topologies, different networks, right? So this is a tree type of topology. So difference is this is the backbone wire. Device is connected directly to the backbone wire. Here it is a backbone wire. Device is connected to this backbone wire, but this is a star topology, some other topology, like a tree kind of structure will create here. Actually, it is a bus only, but not direct bus as a LAN. It is combination of lot of other topologies are there. Hybrid type it is. Okay, so these are the explanations about a bus topology, ring topology, mesh topology, and star topology. And we got one question, that is, we are using internet. So why we need to all these things? I think somewhat answer is completed. But how we are getting internet is important, guys. We are thinking in our home purpose only. Okay, in our home we have a modem come, router come, switch come, wireless access point come, one router is there, and we taken a subscription for a ISP cable is connected to some box, and of course this is further ISP related only, it is not related to us. You have a mobile phone or a laptop, very simple, we are connecting directly to this Wi-Fi. Okay, we are getting mobile phone, laptops. Okay, so we are getting network directly. If in case we are not using desktop, lot of people are forget about the desktops nowadays. So if in case you have a desktop, you can use a Wi-Fi adapter to connect it for a desktop, or you can use wire connection, that is you can connect it to this LAN. Okay, or in our office, like we have a switch, and I connect this LAN connection to this switch, and we have a computers, we'll connect it to this switch. It is still we are using these things. This is the star topology we are using here. Of course, this is also a star topology or a point to multi-point type of connectivity. Extended stars also we are using, but we are not seen, maybe as in colleges we didn't see. In home it is not there, right? Extended star we are getting. Okay, so this is how actually look like. Okay, this is entirely your local LAN communication. What you are connecting outside means it is WAN communication or internet connectivity. So through ISP, you are getting internet. This is separate network. This is separate network. We use a router to communicate from inside to outside. You are getting access through Wi-Fi. I hope. Yeah, tell me.
Sir, can we say that WAN is itself the internet?
No, we cannot say directly, but to connect internet anyway, we need a WAN connectivity. Through WAN only, we are connecting to internet.
Sir, but wide area network is a very big network, and internet is also, I mean, by the scale, we can say that they are both one and the same thing.
Same is little difference is there, but both are same, but little difference is there. For example, I am in my office, Hyderabad. I'm connecting to my remote office. For example, it is in US, Exton. Okay. So through a dedicated WAN connectivity, through a WAN, that is WAN. Okay. I'm accessing google.com, facebook.com, that is internet. But to access the google.com, facebook.com, so through ISP, we are connecting to WAN only. But that's a small difference is there. I'm connecting to my remote office, my head office through WAN, but in that WAN, no internet. We don't access google.com, facebook.com there. Only our remote office, that network only we are accessing. We are
Sir,
not accessing.
so we can say that if it's like a different continent we are talking about, like from Asia to the United States, then we can say that it's a internet.
I said no, there is small difference is there. So small confusion, small difference is there. Okay. Even if it is a different continent or same continent. For example, we have a Noida office and a Hyderabad office. In Noida office is a, for example, actually Hyderabad is the main office, but Noida office having a infrastructure, servers, data centers are there. In our office also we have a infrastructure. We are connecting from Hyderabad to Noida. Same continent, same country. Over the WAN connectivity will establish the connection through ISP only, same internet service provider, but it is a dedicated connection. Okay, through via WAN connectivity. This router to that router via WAN connectivity, but no public network there. You cannot access google.com, facebook.com there. Okay. Of course, that is also through network only, internet only, not direct connection through internet only, but not a public internet. It is a completely private type. Dedicated lines, leased lines, connectivity is there. Okay, this is one part. Second part, you are here and you are accessing google.com, facebook.com, youtube.com over the internet. To connect internet also we need a WAN protocols, WAN connectivity. You send a packet to your ISP, how we are connecting to ISP to outside, WAN connectivity only. It's a concept. It's a WAN is a wide area network, networks are networks connected. Of course, internet is also same thing. It's a networks of networks. Okay, but internet in the sense of public network means I can access google.com, you can access google.com, no restrictions are there. But when I say WAN to WAN means a site to site connectivity in a WAN sense, that is no internet. So we cannot combine those two scenarios. Of course, WAN is a, you are getting internet through WAN only. Okay. As you know, it is little complex, little confusion, almost similar. Small difference is there. So don't worry, it's a very simple intranet internet. Intranet means local network, internet means outside of the network, public network. Okay, you're accessing google.com, facebook.com, youtube.com through internet only. Okay, and LAN means your local network. If you are communicating from your mobile phone to your laptop, or your laptop to someone's connected in this network, another laptop. Okay, so that is LAN communication within the network. So we don't require any internet or a WAN connectivity to communicate in the local. But when you want to communicate outside, like you want a google.com or facebook.com, you have to access through internet. To connect internet, we need a WAN connectivity. The router will connect. I don't have any router access here. Otherwise, I will show you your home router. Okay, so again, my keyboard volume is also there. Okay, so you can go to home router kind of stuff. Yeah, we have a keyboard for typing. I use a D-Link router images. Put a configuration. See this? Here we will configure about WAN and LAN. See this? This is the system is connected to your router and router is not connected to your WAN. Okay. So how to connection type is also there. Okay. Connection types also there. WAN configuration. Yeah, here it is. WAN setup. How to connect to internet. Means based on your ISP, we should connect PPP, OE, point to point or Ethernet type of WAN connectivity you are doing. Okay, so without WAN connection, you don't get internet. Okay, so different connectors. Okay, what is the second one? What is the second one? It is showing wireless setup. You are accessing internet by connecting to your Wi-Fi router. So that is wireless setup. Okay, of course, LAN setup is also there. This is wireless setup only. LAN setup is also there. Means DHCP type of setup is also there. That's it, guys. Take a break. Okay. So I will restart my PC. It will take 10 to 15 minutes because I am unable to type anything with my keyboard. The keyboard stopped working. I don't know why it is happened. Suddenly morning it is working. Luckily remaining is working fine. Okay. So